in the atmospheric air in Ivano-Frankivsk region. Next, please. Particular metal is little part in atmospheric air, belong to the main pollutions of atmospheric air, which cause serious concern to health. PM10, like PM2.5, has diameter PM10 not exceed 10 micrometers and 2.5 not exceed 2.5 micrometers, able to penetrate deep into the lungs and enter the blood, causing cardiovascular, cerebrovascular, respiratory, and other diseases. The main sources of PM10, like PM2.5, because PM2.5, including PM10, in the atmospheric air are in the anthropogenic factors. Air quality standards in the European Union regarding PM determined by directive that call on ambient air quality are cleaner air for the Europe. In Europe, the limit value, the daily PM10 concentration should be 50 micrograms per cubic meter, not more than 35 exceeds per year. And the average annual value should be 40 micrograms per cubic meter. In 2021, World Health Organization issued new guidelines for the air quality. When in these guidelines, limited daily average limit value for PM10 of 45 micrograms per cubic meters and an annual average limit of 15 micrograms per cubic meter. European Union standards are currently being revised per some scientific research. Please, next. In our research, we take a little review. Some not more paper we find that concern patterns with particular matters with meteorological parameters. Spatial-temporal patterns of particular distribution may differ depending on specific meteorological and geographical conditions, source of pollution, etc. Like some work, Italian researchers illustrated the main result of the process of spatial-temporal interpolation of PM10 concentration with a daily resolution using a set of 410 monitoring locations in Italy for 2015. The result of the model is a set of 365 daily PM10 maps of Italy with a grid, some grids per 1 kilometers. Taiwan's researcher investigated spatio-temporal patterns of PM based on number of methods. PM2.5 and PM10 have been found to vary over time and space, depending on weather condition and the spatial distribution of land use and emission patterns in local areas. Satellite-based measurements of aerosol optical depths offer the possibility of estimating impacts of population in location without monitoring station. As the next researcher. Analysis of spatial and temporal pollutions variation and their possible sources in urban areas of Istanbul showed us that PM10 concentration demonstrates significant variation across the city, with current PM10 levels in several traffic hotspots and industrial areas exceeding European Union air quality limit. The temporal distribution was characterized by high concentration in winter and low in summer. And our researcher, we received the same patterns. Please, next. Other important researcher concentrates that equally important aspect is the study of the relationship between PM10 concentration and meteorological characteristics. Meteorological conditions such as temperature, humidity, wind, and atmospheric pressure can affect the concentration, distribution, and transport of PM10. Chinese researchers studied seasonal change and their impact of aerosol concentration. The result revealed pronounced seasonal variability in fine particulars, aerodynamic diameters less than 2 and 1 micrometers, with the highest concentration in summer and the lowest in spring. A group of scientists from Bangladesh studied the relationship between the average daily temperature, relative humidity, precipitation, and concentration of the main air pollutions in the city of Dhaka, according to data from the period 2013 and 2017. The main result are negative correlation of PM 2.5 and PM10 concentration with temperature and relative humidity. Different effects of meteorological parameters, seasonal fluctuation on the air pollutants concentration, the adequacy of various models application for the solid particulars modeling. Please, next slide. Sorry, please, next. In our research, we aim of our research was to establish spatial-temporal regulators in the distribution of solid particulars and the meteorological parameters of atmospheric air. Due to the lack of necessary data from official sources, data from public air quality monitoring station become a substitute. We used a database of EcoCity station. We have very much EcoCity station. This station has in Europe too, not in all countries, but it's very much countries too. And this station measurement quality parameters of air per 1 hour, and we have very thousands parameters, very thousands measurements. The station is located, this station that we analyzed just in this research, located in the central part of Ivano-Frankivsk city. Ivano-Frankivsk city is the regional center that has population more than 250,000 and 50,000 population. With the historical and architectural protected territory of local importance, there are no significant stationary pollution sources and highways near the observation site. According to the ecological situation, Ivano-Frankivsk is a very cleaner, more cleaner town. It's holes that gate into the capacity. The database included highly measurements of PM10 concentration, air temperature, atmospheric pressure, and relative humidity for more than 300 days in 2019, from March 1 to December for the end of the year, so with a total more than 7,000 measurements for each parameters. And you can see a photo location. Please, next. Result our research, certain regulators in the time variation of PM10 concentration we found. In the daily variation of PM10 concentration, a decrease in concentration is observed from maximum of about middle of the night, but 12 a.m., minimum of about 16 or 4 p.m., with an intermediate increase and stabilization but near 10, 11 a.m. The proposed sinusoidal models reflect the distribution of data in the morning from 5 to 11, quite like this functional. Please, next. The seasonal variability of PM10 concentration is characterized by high values in the cold season, and highest monthly average PM10 values are in the March, the lowest in July. There are significant fluctuation average daily concentration from 0 to 10 micrograms per meter, especially in the cold season. Like this slide, you can see a dynamic of average daily PM10 concentration values. The identified daily and seasonal patterns are likely related to such factors as meteorological condition, pollution sources of atmospheric chemistry, which requires future investigation. And per this year, we find more than 400 instantaneous indicators are above the daily average limit value of 50 micrograms per cubic meter. Please, next slide. Relationship between PM10 concentration and meteorological condition. We find a relationship between PM10 concentration and air temperature. During the day and nighttime temperature are always lower than daytime temperatures, and during the year higher particle concentration during cold periods. It's a reason, maybe reason more natural than anthropogenic. Please, next. And the conclusion, the assumption of the joint effect of humidity and air temperature of PM10 concentration confirmed by the regression equations between the average monthly values of the parameters. Like this, dependence between average monthly values of PM10 concentration, temperature, and air humidity. The identification of the relationship between the total impact of meteorological factors on the PM10 concentration can be used to adjust management decision to monitor and improve air quality in the city. And next slide is conclusion. In conclusion, maybe you can see, I don't know if I have time, and my time is off. Please tell me. Okay, maybe in this researcher we obtain some functions that connection particular matters in atmospheric air with meteorological parameters like temperature and humidity. But interesting that if we not use many factors regression, but only pair regression, we not obtain some good result. But if you use many factors regression, we obtain its normal result. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Liudmyla, for your nice presentation.